where do I pick up your books?
Well, Copper Canyon, they have Alpha Zulu.
Okay.
That's the one that is in their house. All of the books have been published by different press.
And do you have them?
I have a few more copies of that one. And if you would like, I will bring you one in, and I'll bring one in tomorrow.
Okay.
And you know, you can run
Did you
them
make
down.
that too?
Huh? Two?
Yeah. That's the school.
And Copper Canyon, where are they selling? Over at
Right there. Where's Copper Canyon? Right there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they have Alpha Zulu. That's the
Yeah.
latest one.
Right.
Stuff, you know.
So I can get two then.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
That's the one from the project that you were talking about, yes.
Yes, that one is from the trip to Mississippi when I was living in D.C. I got that grant and I went down to research, and the work that I gathered, the stories and stuff, the work that I gathered, then a lot of that found its way into that book. Stuff. They were the poems I was writing as a result of having been down there. You know, there is a blues aesthetic. You guys do know what, you know, stories and poems, they're about certain things here, right? You know, they're about like, you know, well, like, I'll do like Gil Scott Heron. Like, there's like the devil blues. I ain't got no money and I ain't got no woman, you know, that kind of blues, you know. But it's always about loss, and it's about transcending that loss. That's what the music's about, you know. So we hear these songs and how they move people and stuff, you know. And like yesterday, Terry Bean was saying that people were telling him that, oh, I think the blues came out of the church. Well, no, not exactly. I agree with him that the blues sort of like walked into the church, you know. You know, the blues came from the fields, you know, and it walked into the church. That's why all that gospel music, if you're down south in any of the old churches, or the Pentecostals, I don't care what culture, they could be Appalachian or whatever.
And I'll interject something. When we talk about the church and talk about the black church, we all got to remember that our first churches were in the fields. They used to meet in the fields before, when we were introduced to the religion and stripped of our own religions, as all those different tribes and different things that came to America. When they talk about field churches, and they still do that in some places in the South, they have the congregation that will, you know, it's all the wade in the water where they do the baptisms in the river.
They still baptize in rivers and stuff like that.
They still do that stuff.
Yeah.
So you're talking about our first churches, really. So really, yeah, the blues or the field holler and stuff was way before we even had the wooden churches.
Right.
And that's the same thing in the European culture. The Irish churches, there's a lot of stuff. You go to Ireland, a lot of those stones, and you see those things in Ireland, that was their outdoor churches before they went inside, you know. And people, you know, I mean, we didn't really even have homes.
We met in secret most of the time, even though Martin Luther King said churches are the most segregated places in America. You can find out truth on every Sunday morning, you know. But the thing is that when we couldn't worship like we Africans, I'm talking now, they couldn't worship. They couldn't even say the names of their gods. You know, they could not play a drum, which is why we have all
The hand pattern.
the hand pattern and stuff like that. Because if you could possibly lose a finger or a hand or your life of playing a drum back in those days, you know, the African drums.
Right.
So New Orleans was the only place that allowed them to do that.
They had that, yeah. On the one day of the month, it was a square. What was it?
Congo Square,
Congo Square, yeah.
which is now called Louis Armstrong Park and stuff, you know. And after the storm, it's like I went back there after the storm, and they had got the park mostly cleaned up. And they had a big thing. There's a bambula music, that's what they call it. You know, it's a lot of Latin percussion, a lot of drumming and stuff. So you know, I hauled all my drums with me, you know, on that trip just to take part into drumming on Congo Square. But that was the only place in this country that I think that they allowed slaves to worship, you know. And Marie Laveau, the big thing down there, you know, you talk about the Voodoo Queen and stuff, you know, and go by her, St. Louis Cemetery #1 is where her body rests and stuff, you know. And every time you go by there, you'll find somebody has taken a piece of red brick or something like that and put an X on her tomb. You know, that's a candle, that's a gift, a piece of fruit, or something like that. And their wishes wrapped up, folded in a nice little letter to her as an offering. There'll be candles burning there all the time and stuff. You know, and that's you know, that's how strong it was. She was back there in those times, you know. And like her daughter was named Marie too, so that really gives people like she's supernatural. She's still Marie Laveau. They look alike, you know. But they come up in the tradition of being healers in the community and stuff, you know. So that drum set was a really good thing for them.
Close to walk with thee?
Yes.
Up to
It is.
you.
I had just come out of Belfour's class. So please understand.
Church is open soon and
No, it's the church of Belfort. The church of Belfort.
Yeah, Mark Brooks had him down. He's like in the class with the kids. Doom, 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 doom. You almost got it. Doom.
Okay. You can
Yeah,
sing
you're
it.
gonna be on film, take a minute to get it the way you want it.
You can sing along with us if you happen to know these words or pick them up. It's your old church songs. Just a closer walk with thee. Granted, Jesus is my plea. Daily walking close to thee. Just let it be, dear Lord, let it be. I am weak, but thou art strong. Jesus, protect me from all wrong. I'll be satisfied as long as I can walk with thee, walk with thee.
I got it.
Sanctuaries for the deacon's sons. This is the poem where my brother becomes me in the pulpit of his Pentecostal church. And the faithful lean forward in their seats and see witnesses having been a womanizer, a liar, and a cocaine thief. And how he lay on the side of a lean shot glass until late in the day with God over him. How nothing could touch him. How he jackhammered holes in the crazy streets. Bandana dripping and him pushing a blade. How the summer was the heat and trouble and love simmered to a circumstance. Getting sanctified strength in the lockdown. The right shoes to walk parole. Lucifer playing the blues